It's me, you know how like somebody, you angry at a kid, I'm a fighter. If I touch you in any kind of way, like as I'm gonna hurt you. So it wasn't that. It was just me removing her from that situation that she didn't.
GervontaDavis has finally spoken out about the recent lawsuit filed against him and the latest news surrounding his fight with Jake Paul. Tank said the accusations in the lawsuit were false claims made by one of his ex-girlfriends, who he believes is trying to destroy his career and reputation.
Is there any like positive reassuring things that maybe you can, in a situation of a fighter who's, the whole world's against them at the moment, and kind of
just stay prayed up, talk to God, you know what I mean, and keep the faith. That's all that counts, and God will see you through.
Awesome, appreciate it.
Yep.
In his statement, Tank said there's now a growing pattern among his exes using desperate ways to take money from him. He explained that just like before, the timing is suspicious, coming right before another fight. He said the claims are completely false and that his team is already working to fix everything before his upcoming match in 2 weeks. The fight is still on, and he asked for privacy during this difficult time.
Mad, and once I seen her, it's not I grabbed her by her neck. I just told her, I grabbed her like I should, like you gotta get out of here, type thing. Like, and I probably was wrong for doing that. I was wrong for doing that. But it was so much of it, not me trying to hit her or...
Gervonta's coach, Calvin Ford, told USA Today that Tank is doing fine and that they were surprised by the lawsuit. He's doing great. Everything's fine, Ford said, adding that they're still trying to understand what's really happening. Jake Paul also commented, saying he and his team would review the situation carefully before making any decisions. Most Valuable Promotions released a statement in response to the lawsuit against GervontaDavis. In their email to the press, MVP confirmed they had already begun an investigation. They said they are gathering all the facts and will make decisions once the case has been reviewed. MVP made it clear they condemn any kind of violence and are handling the matter carefully and respectfully. They added that no further comments will be made until the review is complete.
Gervonta Tank Davis did something awful again, and no, it wasn't scheduling another fight with Jake Paul. He beat a woman. Again. And once again, I'm not talking about Jake Paul. If you know Tank Davis, you know he has a lot of run-ins with the law. This is actually a civil suit over a certain criminal case that was...
The lawsuit, filed on October 30th by Gervonta's ex-girlfriend Courtney Roselle, accuses him of several crimes including battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and emotional abuse. According to the lawsuit, Roselle worked as a VIP cocktail waitress at Tootsie's Gentlemen's Club. She claimed that on October 27th, Davis came into the club around 4:15 a.m. and attacked her, choking and dragging her through the club before beating her in the parking area. Roselle said they had been secretly dating for 5 months, during which he abused and threatened her multiple times.
Movies and dressing up while watching Scary Bull Race. And lo and behold, breaking news. I just saw this here thanks to my agent Neville, who sent me this. Chris Mannix, love you boy. That was my brother. He posted that Jake Paul is looking.
On September 2nd, Davis allegedly threatened to kill Roselle for not responding to his calls and texts. Later, on September 23rd, he again threatened her by texting, "I'll kill you," accusing her of cheating before assaulting her at Playa Miami restaurant that same day. The lawsuit says he texted her again an hour after the October 27th attack, saying, "I'm on my way, Yoya house," which made her believe he was coming to harm her again. Roselle claims she now suffers from PTSD, lives in constant fear, and has been getting medical and mental health treatment since the incidents.
Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This looks really bad for him. While all the details aren't out, we know the details from the original case, which was basically a shut case with a lot of evidence that he did it. That, along with his prior incidents, innocent until proven guilty, but yeah, if you...
According to ESPN, both Most Valuable Promotions and Davis's camp have avoided commenting on whether the fight will continue. Fans are frustrated by the silence, feeling like it's deja vu, as they wait to see how these latest legal troubles will affect Tank's future.
But from my understanding, it's a civil suit. It probably could turn into worse. a woman who is a waitress at a club. So I don't know all the details. You guys check the details.
Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix reported that Jake Paul's team is now preparing to find a backup opponent for the November 14th card. He shared on X that legal issues with Davis are becoming common, and that this goes against Tank's recent statements about focusing on his mental health. This case could bring serious problems for Davis, both personally and professionally, and might put his upcoming fight with Jake Paul in real danger.
People are going to believe he did it this time. So why is this coming up again? Well, now we talk about Jake Paul. There were a lot of theories that the reason the original charges got dropped, despite it being pretty clear that he was going to get convicted, was he convinced her to stop pressing charges so that he can actually schedule this Jake Paul fight. Because it was announced the day after the charge.
With GervontaDavis's legal situation threatening to cancel the highly anticipated fight with Jake Paul, reports say a new opponent might be needed. Ryan Garcia's name quickly came up as the top choice. Garcia has had public exchanges with the Paul brothers before, even calling out Jake, but it's unclear if he's truly interested in taking the fight. However, even if he is, his promoter Oscar De La Hoya might block it since he doesn't want any partnership with Jake Paul's promotion company.
What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. So I wake up to calls from reporters asking me about Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia. Let me just tell you why this fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN, and Jake Paul fights on Netflix. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. And that's just the way it is. I mean, this is business. You know,
broadcasting deals also make the matchup between Garcia and Paul complicated. De La Hoya recently said in an interview that he had been getting non-stop calls from reporters about the potential fight. He explained that Ryan Garcia fights on DAZN, while Jake Paul's fights are on Netflix, and that's the main issue. Fight Hub TV shared the clip where De La Hoya clarified that because of this, the fight simply can't happen.
She's probably going to rant saying, oh, you're keeping me from making money and this and that and fighting. No, you have to go by the law, by the rules. You have a contract with DAZN. You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next.
Expecting Garcia to react strongly, De La Hoya explained the business side clearly. He said Golden Boy Promotions is under contract with DAZN, and since Garcia fights under Golden Boy, they have to follow the legal agreements. De La Hoya added that while Ryan might accuse him of blocking his chances to earn money or fight, that's just how contracts work. He said crossover fights between DAZN and Netflix aren't possible and promised fans that Garcia's next fight announcement would come soon.
What was your take on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight? What was your opinion on that?
It was alright, you know. It's kind of like what it was.
Mr. Fake.
You know?
If Jake Paul calls you for early next year, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's run that.
Reports suggest talks are happening between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios for a WBC welterweight title fight early in 2026. Boxing reporter Mike Coppinger wrote that both fighters' teams, Golden Boy Promotions and PBC, have been exchanging contracts. Meanwhile, Most Valuable Promotions confirmed in a new statement that they're still reviewing Davis's situation carefully before making any official decisions, emphasizing their commitment to a fair and responsible process.
You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next.
If Jake Paul's team can't lock in Ryan Garcia, they might look at Anthony Joshua as an alternative opponent. Fans remember Paul previously calling out the former heavyweight champion. But new reports suggest Joshua is already in talks to fight Jarrell Miller in Ghana. Davis, on the other hand, was accused of aggravated battery by another ex just 2 months ago, and he also faced arrests in 2020 and 2022 over domestic violence charges, including one incident involving the mother of his children on Father's Day.
Nigga, where Derek at? I don't know.
You don't like Frank.
What that mean?
I don't like Florence, motherfucker.
No, you don't.
EJ do the trash.
According to police records, Davis's ex said they got into an argument over personal matters and that he was upset about their son's sexuality. She said Davis came to her house around 5:04 p.m. on June 15th to pick up the kids, but things got heated. After placing the children in his car, Davis allegedly punched her in the back of the head and slapped her face. She managed to get her kids back, which reportedly made him angrier.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah.
She said Davis then revved his car engine in a threatening way, but she was able to get away safely. Later, she went to the hospital for medical care. The report also mentioned that this wasn't the first time. There had been around 10 previous unreported physical incidents between them. Davis was arrested in Miami Beach and taken to Doral Police Department. Records show he was held at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center with a $10,000 bond, but has since been released. His court date is set for July 29th.
GervontaDavis, jump into it, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight JakePaul.
The most recent case before this one happened in December 2022, when Davis was arrested for allegedly slapping a woman. The charges were later dropped. Davis was expected to rematch Lamont Roach Jr. in August after their controversial draw in March, but the fight was never officially confirmed. Fox Sports reporter Andy Slater first broke the news, saying Davis hit his ex-girlfriend on the back of the head and slapped her while she was removing the kids from his car.
A lot to talk about. Let's jump into it real quick. Look, I'm sure you saw the news about GervontaDavis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts,
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out, everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out. And
Davis then allegedly hit her again on the right side of her face, leaving a small cut inside her lip. The shaken woman texted her mother, who came outside and recorded part of the incident on video.
For battery, domestic violence. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs? Hey,
The footage reportedly showed Davis throwing a small box at the woman. Afterward, he left the area while the victim went to a hospital for treatment, where police interviewed her. Authorities then issued an alert asking law enforcement to detain Davis if found.
Domestic violence and battery charges against his baby mother, who's the mother of 2 of his children, Vanessa Paso, I believe her name is. Now, I want to do this in a certain order because I think since people kind of stop watching videos midway through, I'm going to put some of the most important points I want to make at the beginning of the video.
Shortly after midnight that Friday, Davis was arrested by Miami Beach police and taken to Doral Police Department. When officers presented him with his Miranda rights form, he refused to sign it. This became his second domestic violence arrest in Florida. Back in 2019, he was also arrested in Virginia after allegedly pushing a police officer during an ATM altercation, though that case was later dismissed.
Tank Davis, he got arrested. Any thoughts on that one?
He did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get your that's it, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man.
Almost a year later, on February 4th, 2020, Davis faced another charge for domestic violence in Coral Gables, Florida. The incident involved the mother of his daughter during a charity basketball game at the University of Miami, where video footage showed him grabbing her by the neck and pulling her out of her seat. He later turned himself in to police 2 days after the incident.